Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry I didn't mean to yell. I call the June 3rd, 2022 meeting of the Return Board for the 2022 primary and special election to order. First, I will preserve order and decorum in these meetings. Everyone in attendance should be on notice that shouting out or interrupting the proceedings will not be tolerated. Those who violate this will be asked to leave. The Sunshine Act permits anyone attending a public meeting to object to a perceived violation at any time during the meeting. If you choose to do so, please succinctly state your objection. Objecting is not an opportunity for speech making. Before I begin, I am pleased to announce that yesterday, the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court ordered 60 counties to canvass and segregate their undated ballots, something that this board voted to do already without a court order. Because we were on the right side of this issue, we are able to finish up the election while other counties have to do additional work. We will now move to public comment. Commenters shall state where they live, or if they are not a resident of Philadelphia, they are a Philadelphia taxpayer, or, since this is the return board, which candidate they represent. Public comment is not an opportunity for dialogue or Q&A, it's public comment. A chance for you to tell us what you think. Each speaker shall have 2 minutes. However, I may extend this time at my discretion. All public comment must be relevant or germane to board business. Finally, it is my responsibility to preserve order and decorum in these meetings. As such, profane, slanderous, discriminatory, or personal attacks will not be tolerated. Anyone wishing to offer public comment, please step forward. We will now move to Deputy Commissioner Kapitstein for a report from the Secretary for email public comment.
There were no email public comments by 10:45 a.m. today.
Thank you, Eric. I now call on Garrett Dietz.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon, Garrett.
Before we hold the tiebreakers, I wanted to bring the matter to the attention of the Return Board for the office of member of the Republican Ward Executive Committee in Ward 9, Division 7. We were contacted by a writing candidate for that office concerning the writing vote that he cast for himself in this contest. After checking into the matter, the staff concurs, and we must amend the computation for this contest. We now require a new computation to be signed by the Return Board specifically for the contest of member of the Republican Board Executive Committee in Ward 9, Division 7 to reflect these results, changing the result from 1 write-in to 2 write-ins votes for this contest.
Thank you, Garrett. I would like to make a motion to amend today's agenda to add the reading of the results of the canvassing and computation for the Republican Ward Executive Committee for Ward 9, Division 7, due to the fact that this issue arose less than 24 hours before the beginning of the meeting. Also, that the staff post an amended agenda to the website within 1 business day.
Second.
Deputy Commissioner Kapitstein, please call the roll.
Commissioner Deeley.
Aye.
Commissioner Bluestein is not present. Commissioner Sabir.
The motion to amend the agenda to add Republican Ward Executive Committee has been approved. Thank you, Garrett. Please continue.
Okay. So now we can move into the tiebreaker process. I'm just going to quickly go over the rules of the road for this process. We will first draw for the contest where 3 or more candidates are tied for first place. This is strictly among member of the Board Executive Committee. We will then draw for the contest where 2 or more candidates are tied for second place. The county board will draw an order of ward division among this category. Whomever is present will be able to draw first in that contest on their behalf. If more than one person is present to draw for the same race, the candidate that was checked in first will draw first, and so on. To draw on behalf of the candidate as a proxy, the proxy must have a letter signed by the candidate authorizing them to do so. The candidate that draws ball number 1 wins a ward executive committee position. The candidate that draws ball number 2 wins a ward executive committee position only among first place ties. A county board of elections employee will draw for candidates not present. For all races where no candidate or proxy is present, we will use a random function in Excel to decide the tiebreaker. The candidate that draws the largest number in the random function will win the highest position available, and so on. Once a race has been drawn, either in person or in Excel, we will not redo the tiebreaker draw for any reason, and all winners will be sent a certificate. So first, it looks like we have Sydia Winstead from Ward 36, Division 27. From the Democratic ballot, it's a 4-way tie. I apologize, Sydia. All right, that's ball number 1, so you win the position. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming down.
If you want to stick around, after the meeting, I can give you a certificate. Because that was a second place tie, nobody else can win in that tiebreaker, so we're going to move on to Gary Hawkins in Ward 60, Division 13, the 2-way tie for second place on the Democratic ballot. All right, ball number 1. So you would win the position, same thing. If you want to stick around afterwards, I'll give you the score. Is there anybody else here? Any candidates or proxies to draw? All right. That looks like it. And then we'll do random function Excel for all the races.
I'm just going to take a minute to congratulate the 2 winners that came all the way up here to draw. Thanks for being here. Congratulations.
Okay, so I've drawn numbers for the random function in Excel. And we're going to go by division, kind of switching between Democratic and Republican. So first, I'm going to go through the first place ties. So remember, the top two people win the position for this group of ties. Ward 6, Division 14 on the Democratic ballot, Robert E. Crusar Jr. and Jamal R. Hayden have the top two positions. Ward 21, Division 34, Republican, Christian R. Snyder and Dan Salvatore at the top two positions. Ward 39, Division 25, Republican, Holly Ann Vasopoulos and Francis McMenamin II at the top two positions. Ward 48, Division 13, Democratic, Ian M. McCarthy and Brian Andrew Stickle at the top two positions. Ward 57, Division 2, Republican, Russell S. Haupt and Catherine Haupt have the top two positions. Ward 59, Division 7, Democratic, Adam Jonathan Bullock and Angel T. Scott have the top two positions. Ward 60, Division 17, Democratic ballot, Kiana S. Jordan Mitchell and Patricia Gail Vickers have the top two positions. So now on to the second place ties, where only the highest ranked person will win a position. Ward 5, Division 9, Democratic, Anil N. Kathari. Ward 5, Division 16, Democratic, Michael Philip Priolo. Ward 5, Division 23, Democratic, John Francis Lyons III. Ward 5, Division 30, Republican, Andrew Francis Dorenzi. Ward 5, Division 36, Democratic, Mary Kathleen Dillon. Ward 8, Division 20, Democratic, Alexander E. Reich. Ward 8, Division 33, Democratic, Brendan Lundquist. Ward 8, Division 35, Democratic, Andrew McGinley. Ward 21, Division 25, Democratic, Alexandra Winter Hart. Ward 24, Division 8, Democratic, Joshua Lee Hupp. Ward 26, Division 16, Republican, Louis J. Iacone Jr. Ward 26, Division 19, Republican, Richard A. Pastorella. Ward 27, Division 22, Democratic, Mateo P. Basterna. Ward 34, Division 6, Democratic, Natalie J. Edmonds. Ward 36, Division 14, Republican, Carmine J. Zuli III. Ward 36, Division 19, Democratic, Jonathan Aaron Plotkin. Ward 39, Division 43, Republican, Albert D. Lancelotti. Ward 43, Division 5, Democratic, Sarah G. Ward 43, Division 16, Democratic, Joanne Taylor. Ward 45, Division 5, Democratic, Michael Francis Clark. Ward 46, Division 18, Democratic, James Robert Roebuck. Ward 46, Division 18, Republican, Audra Ouellette. Ward 50, Division 11, Democratic, Stephanie Watson Drayton. Ward 56, Division 6, Democratic, John F. Wright. Ward 56, Division 28, Democratic, Susan R. Kaffitz. Ward 59, Division 20, Democratic, Heather Ann Fisher. Ward 60, Division 20, Democratic, David L. Lacey. Ward 61, Division 11, Democratic, Kenneth Robinson Jr. And Ward 61, Division 27, Democratic, Parish Troy Carter. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Dana. Commissioner Sabir, do you have any items to be added to today's agenda?
No, I do not.
There are no items remaining on the agenda. Thank you.